Hello students, today I will teach you fifth chapter of geography, that is realms of the earth. Let's start the chapter with the introduction of realms. The term realm means sphere or an area of specific dimension. The four main realms of the earth are lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere and biosphere. Lithosphere. The outermost solid layer of the earth is called lithosphere. It is also called crust of the earth. This realm consists of the large land masses of continents and the huge water bodies called the oceans. It is here that we find mountains, plateaus and plains also. We can see life also in the form of plants, animals and human beings. Lithosphere has a soil layer that allows plants to grow. Resources like oil, gas and mineral are also found here. The lithosphere consists of two types of crust, continental and oceanic. The continental crust runs below the continents. It is the upper crust and is also called as Sial, which is made up of silica and alumina. Its thickness varies between 40 and 100 kilometers. It is thicker under the mountains. On the other hand, the oceanic crust is lower crust and is found below the oceans as well as under the Sial. It is also called as Sima as it is made up of silica and magnesium. It is much thinner with an average thickness of just 6 kilometers. The level of sea water remains the same everywhere. So this is all about the lithosphere. In lithosphere only we can see the continents. Now what are continents? Continents are the land mass of the lithosphere. Scientists, they believe that all the continents were once joined together as one major landmass, or we can say giant supercontinent called Pangaea. When lithosphere broke apart, Pangaea also slipped into different continents. As a result, now there are 7 continents in all, and most of these continents lie in the northern hemisphere. So let's study about these continents in detail. The first continent is Asia. Asia is the world's largest continent, covers 1/3 of the Earth's total surface, and is surrounded by Arctic Ocean in the north, the Indian Ocean in the south, and the Pacific Ocean in the east. It has the highest mountains and the lowest points in the world. Some of the world's longest rivers, such as Yangtze, Euphrates, Indus and Ganga, can be seen in Asia. Deserts like Gobi and Thar are also found in Asia. It also has the highest population among all the continents. Ancient civilizations of the Indus Valley, China and Mesopotamia also existed here. So this is all about Asia. Next continent is Africa. Africa is the second largest continent in the world, covering about 1/5 of the Earth's land surface. The continent is surrounded by Atlantic Ocean in the west and the Indian Ocean in the east. Africa is joined by the Isthmus of Suez. Most of Africa is a vast plateau with the Atlas Mountain in the northwest and the Cape Range in the south. It has the world's longest hot desert, that is Sahara Desert. The equator or the 0-degree latitude runs along almost through the middle of the continent. A large part of the continent lies in the northern hemisphere. Our next continent is North America. North America is the third largest continent in the world. It is surrounded by Arctic Ocean in the north, the Atlantic Ocean in the east and the Pacific Ocean in the south and west. North and South America are joined by the Isthmus of Panama. It has the second longest coastline of about 60,000 kilometers. Some of the major rivers in this continent are Mississippi, Mackenzie, Red, Yukon and Lawrence. The Great Lakes in the North America is the largest group of freshwater lakes on the earth. The world's most striking canyon in the world, the Grand Canyon, is located in the North America. This continent lies in the Western Hemisphere. Next is South America. South America is the fourth largest continent in the world, covering 1/8 of the Earth's land surface. It is bounded by the Pacific Ocean on the west and the Atlantic Ocean on the north and east. South America has the largest river basin in the world, drained by the Amazon River. Paraguay, Uruguay, and Orinoco are the other major rivers. Andes, the world's longest mountain range, runs through the north to the south. South America lies entirely in the southern hemisphere. Our next continent is Europe. Europe is the second smallest continent, covering about 1/5 of the Earth's land surface. It forms a continuous landmass with Asia, and together the two continents, that is Europe and Asia, are called Eurasia. It is bounded by the Arctic Ocean in the north, the Atlantic Ocean in the west, and Mediterranean Sea and the Black Sea in the south. Europe is also marked by thousands of the lakes in Finland, Norway, and Sweden. The Rhine, Rhone, Danube, Volga, and Thames are some of the major rivers here. The Arctic Circle passes through it. This continent lies mostly in the Western Hemisphere. Next is Antarctica. Antarctica is the fifth largest continent. It is almost entirely covered by huge sheets of ice. It lies in the circular pattern around the South Pole. With an average elevation of 2,195 meters, it is the world's highest continent. Nearly 95% of the continent is covered by ice and snow, so no one really knows what lies underneath the thick sheets of ice. Due to this reason, the only form of life are land plants and animals that have adapted to extremely cold climate of this continent. There are no permanent human settlement in the Antarctica. It lies completely in the southern hemisphere. Our last continent is Australia. Australia is the only continent that is also a country. It is surrounded on all sides by oceans and seas and is also known as the island continent. Australia is marked by low relief and aridity. Also, the major rivers of the continents are Murray-Darling, Flinders, and Swan. The Great Barrier Reef is one of the most remarkable relief features of Australia. It is composed of corals. It lies entirely in the southern hemisphere. So this is all about all the continents. Now let's move to our next realm of the earth, that is hydrosphere. What is hydrosphere? The hydrosphere is the water layer covering the earth. It includes the ocean, sea, lakes, ponds, rivers, streams, etc. In hydrosphere, first we will study about the oceans. Now what are the oceans? An ocean is a body of water that composes much of a planet's hydrosphere. Means most of the water of the planet are existing in the oceans. There is only one global ocean. Historically, there are four named ocean basins: the Atlantic, Pacific, Indian, and the Arctic Ocean. Apart from four major oceans, many geographers call the water surrounding Antarctica as the Southern Ocean. It is the place where the waters of the Pacific, Atlantic, and Indian Ocean merge together. So let us study about the oceans in detail. Our first ocean is Pacific Ocean. The Pacific Ocean is the largest ocean in the world. It covers 1/3 of the Earth's surface. Its area is larger than the entire landmass of the Earth. It has double the volume of water than that of the Atlantic. The average depth is about 4,267 meters. The Pacific Ocean is almost circular in the shape. The deepest part of the Earth, that is the Mariana Trench, lies in the Pacific Ocean. Our next ocean is Atlantic Ocean. The Atlantic Ocean is the second largest ocean, covering 1/5 of the Earth's surface. It separates Europe and Africa from North America and South America. The average depth of the ocean is about 3,330 meters. It is an ash-shaped ocean. It has a highly indented coastline, thereby resulting in the natural harbors and ports. Indian Ocean. The Indian Ocean is the third largest ocean, covering 1/7 of the Earth's surface. The average depth of Indian Ocean is about 3,890 meters. It is the only ocean named after a country, that is India. It is triangular in shape. Arctic Ocean. The Arctic Ocean is the smallest of all the oceans and encircles the North Pole. It is surrounded by North America and Eurasia and has an ice cover. Its average depth is about 1,988 meters. It is connected with the Pacific Ocean by Bering Straits, which is a narrow stretch of shallow water. So this is all about our oceans. Our next realm of the earth is atmosphere. Students, it is the atmosphere that makes our life unique. What is atmosphere? Atmosphere is the blanket of air that surrounds the earth. And this air is a mixture of gases such as nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, etc. Living organisms breathe in oxygen from the air and breathe out carbon dioxide in the air. The atmosphere also protects us from the harmful rays of the sun. Besides, plants take their supply of carbon dioxide and nitrogen for photosynthesis from the atmosphere. The major gases which are present in the atmosphere are nitrogen 78%, oxygen 21%, argon 0.934%, carbon dioxide 0.036%. So let us study about the structure of atmosphere. The atmosphere extends up to a height of about 1600 kilometers. The atmosphere can be divided into 5 layers that are troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere and exosphere. Troposphere is the lowest layer with clouds and all the weather occurrences such as storms. Here the temperature decreases with the height. The troposphere extends from the surface of the earth to an altitude varying from up to 17 km. Next is stratosphere. Stratosphere is the region with the ozone layer which absorbs the harmful ultraviolet rays of the sun and prevents them from reaching us. Temperature increases with the height in this layer. The stratosphere extends from the troposphere to the altitudes ranging from 17 km to 50 km above sea level. Next is mesosphere. Mesosphere is the third layer. In this layer also we can see a decrease in temperature with an increase in the altitude. Ice crystals clouds are found here. It extends from the stratosphere to around 80 kilometers above the sea level. Next is thermosphere. Thermosphere is very hot layer where the temperature of the gases are extremely high. And the last is exosphere, is the outermost limit of our atmosphere. Here the temperature or the atmosphere merges into the space. So this is all about the structure of atmosphere. I hope you have understood. Now let us move to our next realm of the earth, that is biosphere. Biosphere includes all forms of life on earth. Biosphere is the zone where all three spheres, that is the land, water and air, meet. We find life form on the surface of the earth crust within a few kilometers of the lower atmosphere and even deep in the oceans. All elements in the biosphere interact with each other to create an ecosystem. Living organisms such as plants and animals interact with each other and with the physical elements of environment where they live. Now let us study about the interdependence of the four realms of the earth. Though each of the four realms of the earth has its unique features, they are dependent on one another. The atmosphere and the hydrosphere supports the biosphere as they are the source of gases such as oxygen, which is necessary for human and other members of the animal kingdom, and carbon dioxide necessary for the plants and water. The biosphere, comprising all the living organisms, in turn regulates the atmosphere and affects the hydrosphere in a variety of ways, from particle pollution to the heat pollution. So in this way we can say that all the realms of the earth are interdependent on each other. So students, with this we have come to an end of this chapter. I hope you have understood. Thank you.